Peace, everyone. This is Yaya Jata Fanusi, head of Sine Curve Studios and creator of the Jabbari Lincoln Files podcast. We have 3 announcements. In the next few weeks, we'll be bringing you additional content. Get ready for backstory episodes. These will be bonus mini episodes, very short, vignettes really. This backstory content will feature audio blog entries provided by Jabbari Lincoln well before the events covered in the files of Season 1. They will provide insights into Jabbari Lincoln's life, his family, and his influences. Now, if you haven't listened to all of the full episodes, that's files 1 through 9 of the podcast, this backstory content won't necessarily spoil things for you, but I think you'll appreciate the content more if you've completed all of Season 1's full episodes. Look for a backstory to be dropped every Thursday. Number 2, we're going to give listeners an opportunity to help name a relevant character for Season 2. Now, we'll share more about this in a few weeks, but you'll be able to vote on a character's name. To participate, please head to jabbarilincoln.com and sign up with your email if you haven't done that already. That's jabbarilincoln.com, and Jabbari has 2 B's in it. That location is the official podcast website, and when you sign up there, that will also make sure that we keep you in the loop with other developments of the podcast. Now, announcement number 3. We know you all are thinking about when will you get Season 2. Well, we've got good news and maybe some bad news. The good news is, as you're listening to this right now, I'm currently at an undisclosed location where I'm working on aspects of Season 2. The bad news is, well, producing a season from A to Z takes a long time. Some of you may not know this, but Season 1 actually was 3 years in the making. Now, it shouldn't take us that long for Season 2, God willing. We've learned so much from this process of bringing you Season 1 that we'll be able to move much more quickly. In fact, we're considering some partnerships and sponsorships that will help with the resources to get you that Season 2. So I'll end with how you can help. It's actually really pretty simple. We need to get more noticed. We need to have higher ratings. So number 1, rate the podcast. Please provide a review, even just a 1 word, give a 5-star review and just 1 comment, just let the public know that it's great. Just that will help our podcast get noticed, and it'll sort of prove that we've got something solid here. Number 2, share the podcast. Are there people that you think would love to listen to it? Give it to them. Let them catch up on Season 1 before Season 2 drops. The third way you could help us out is to fill out the listener survey that you'll find in the show notes for File 9. That's the episode called The Landing. That survey is how we can show how listeners really feel about the podcast, what they enjoyed, what they're looking for in Season 2. It's just a great source of feedback. So I'll leave you all here. We're going to fade into the backstory number 1. This is an entry from the Jabbari Lincoln blog, which is no longer available. Enjoy. Welcome to my life. I hope someone is getting this. I'm Jabbari Lincoln, and this is my life on audio. I've never done an audio blog before. I'm more of a numbers guy. Back in middle school, my brother Jabril and I used to record audio tapes, pretending we were astronauts sending transmissions to NASA headquarters. I'm thinking that I can tap into that old creativity. My wife Sophia says I need a creative outlet. I've been consumed by my work. I really like what I do. I just can't talk about it here on this audio blog. I work for the government. If you're on this site listening to me now, you must have been invited by someone I know and trust. I doubt Google's algorithm pays much attention to this blog. Can't just stumble here on accident. What I plan to do is share more about my life in the coming weeks. It's been quite a journey. I was born and raised in Detroit. The Lincoln family is well known in the D, and that's what we call Detroit for those who don't know, or the 313. My parents raised us in the community. Some say maybe we should have moved, but things were getting really bad, but they wanted us to stay connected to the neighborhood and make it better. Because Detroit back in the day wasn't getting better. And education, that was my ticket. I left the 313, went to MIT. So nowadays I don't get home that much. Work keeps me busy. Sometimes I reflect on these different worlds I've been able to move through in my 30 plus years. So anyway, this is my first entry. I'll share those reflections on this blog, at least as much as I can when I have time. This is Jabbari Lincoln, signing off.